All right, guys. I think it's day 31 of Unprofitable Diaries. This is gonna be a kind of a psychology video. That's why I'm not on the charts. I'm just on my phone because I'm just gonna record myself speaking. It's probably gonna be boring, but I will just be going through. What the fuck is this? Oh, shit. I'll just be going through like kind of a couple of psychology things that I struggle with, and that I need to, and that I have struggled with, and my understanding of them, and how I think that, I can improve, and what things I've done to improve my discipline and how I work with trading. So this video is probably going to be called like discipline and hard work, because then I'll just go through discipline, why I believe it's very important to be disciplined as a trader, and also some other things that makes me more disciplined in trading, and then also a bit with hard work and maybe a bit of burnout. How I do is to not, because I can't backtest for 10 hours straight. I have to go for a walk. I have to get something to eat. I have to do some other things. I have to listen to some music and take some breaks. And that's also a bit of the hard work, because if you just work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with nonstop, you're gonna go insane. So you have to find this balance, because I'd rather work 4 or 5 hours a day, very productive, than work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then it's like half work, and you get distracted and that kind of stuff, and then you're just burned out in the evening, and you haven't even been that productive. It's just been this kind of sluggish-ish work. But discipline, I definitely believe discipline is an important part of trading. I don't think you can be a profitable trader without being disciplined. I think that helped me even from the beginning. That I found out was that if I'm disciplined outside of trading, it's easier for me to be disciplined in trading. That doesn't mean you have to do 1,000 push-ups a day and go to the gym 2 times a day for the week and take cold showers and eat healthy. That just means if you, for example, I started making my bed. I started doing 100 push-ups a day. That's just because I wanted to get bigger, like just at home. So I just did 100 push-ups when I woke up, and then I did that. I think I've been doing that for 9 months now, 10, 11. I think I've been doing it for almost a year now, and that doesn't make you a better trader like that. It just gives me that kind of a discipline, and I prove to myself that I can do things that I don't want to do. Because what are we doing? Like, if you just do the things you want to do in life, let's be honest, you're not gonna get anywhere at all. You're just gonna stay the exact same place for the rest of your life. You need to do things that makes you uncomfortable, outside of your comfort zone. You need to. For me, I believe I want to do things that's it's not like life-threatening, dangerous, but it gives me a bit of adrenaline. I want to start kickboxing now, because that's I'll be scared, of course. When I walk into the kickboxing gym for the first time, I'm gonna get whooped, and I know that, but I want to do it because it gives me a kind of a how do I put that? It just gives me kind of a why to do something. It gives me some purpose. It gives to do something hard. So I know, all right, now I've been doing kickboxing for a year. I've been doing something that's been very hard, and now I'm also able to fight, and I'm also able to defend myself, and I'm also in very good shape, because fighting gives you a very good physique if you work with it for a while. Very good cardio. You'll just look great, and I'll also be more confident in myself when I'm outside, because I know I can whoop. Maybe before, maybe I could whoop 1% of the world, or 5 or 20% of the world's population if something will happen. But now maybe I can whip 80%, or maybe 90% when I've been doing kickboxing for a while. So that's it. Kind of makes me uncomfortable, So that's why I think discipline outside of trading will definitely help you be more disciplined inside of trading. I strongly believe that, actually. I also think it will make your psychology even better, because if you can do something, if you have fully control over yourself outside of trading, then you have more control over yourself in trading. So if I have control over myself And I know that even though I don't want to do it, I'll force myself to go to the gym, and I'll do these 100 push-ups, and I'll make my bed. And I'll go for a walk 2 or 3 times a day to get some fresh air, even though I'm a bit tired. I will drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day. I will try and eat as healthy as possible, at least in the weekdays. Maybe sometimes I cheat on, I'm gonna be honest, I cheat on my diet in the weekends. But at least in the weekdays, just eat healthy, make your bed, make sure you work out every single day, stay active, do some back testing work, do some, this series is a very, very, very good way for me to staying disciplined, because then I create a video a day, and then I'll just stay consistent with that until this series is done. Now I missed a couple of days because I've been on vacation, I've been very sick and that kind of stuff. But just overall, I've been trying to do a video a day because I believe that's a very good thing to do for this series. Also, I create content at the same time, so I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's definitely something that I've noticed helps me a lot. Now there's also like the hard work side, and I definitely think they hang together, because if you're disciplined but you don't work hard, then you're not get as far as if you discipline and work hard. And if you work hard without discipline, then you may work hard in the wrong direction, or you may work hard in the wrong way. Because if you just work hard, sit and practice, but you have no control over your life, and you only eat like trash, terrible food, ultra processed food, and you don't work out, and you drink Coca-Cola every single day, and then but at least you practice for 8 hours a day. I believe that's a very bad way of living your life. I think it should be very balanced. I think these two things hang together pretty good, because if you're disciplined outside of trading and disciplined inside of trading and also work out, then you'll get there. Like I truly believe that with all of my heart. I truly, absolutely, utterly believe that. No doubt. So you kind of have to balance them, You have to balance them and make sure you're disciplined at the same time you're working hard. Because if you do that, then it'll become better. But yeah. I don't want to make these videos like way too long. I'll see if I can clip some short form out of this. So I could create some short form content. That's also a thing, staying disciplined. Make sure I create content. Make sure I work out. I work out a lot, and now I'm gonna start finding too when I get home from this internship in Denmark. I believe that's very important too. I believe my purpose at the moment is to work out, stay as healthy as possible, eat healthy, work out, move myself, move my body every single day. Do what I want, and do what I feel like doing, and do what I don't feel like doing if that's what I need to do. Make sure I'm consistent with the trading, make sure I back test, make sure these videos gets created, make sure, just make sure, because that's what fulfills me, because I believe that one day that'll just pay off, and one day I'll be doing whatever I want, whenever I want, wherever I want. Like, that's all I want. Like, this school shit, it really fucks with my brain, because I don't know what to do with it, because I'm not going to go to university and college for 10 years to become a doctor, and I don't even want to know how I want to structure it. Like, I really struggle with that too, but of course it depends, because if I truly just, I have to have a backup plan, that's of course my parents tells me that too, and they're right, absolutely. But the question is what, and do I want to now when I start in gymnasium and college, do I want to focus mainly on that and then relax with trading to get that education done, or do I want to just balance it and then just go there to have a backup plan? That kind of things I have to find out. And that definitely affects my trading and my discipline and my hard work. Absolutely. But I truly believe that if you're disciplined outside of trading, then you can be disciplined inside of trading. Now, why do you need to be disciplined in trading? If you're not disciplined in trading, you're not going to get anywhere. And discipline in trading, for example, if your trading plan says you're not going to trade more than take one trade a day, then you're not going to do it, period. There's no, and if your aim when you get into a trading day, your target, what you want to do is you just want to follow your trading plan. That's all you want to do. Because if you break a trading plan, there's no idea in even trading. Because if you break a trading plan, if you take too many trades, if you overtrade, revenge trade, I'll just be covering them in some later videos. If you do the things, you're not gonna get anywhere. So and that's where discipline comes into place, because I truly believe that if your discipline's outside of trading, it will be easier for you to not take more than one trade a day, to not overtrade, to not revenge trade, to follow your strategy, to not enter when your strategy isn't met just because you want to make money. Also, it's the long form. It's not you're not gonna get rich overnight with trading. I'm unprofitable, and I truly believe that, and I know that for a fact. You're not gonna get profitable in a month or 3 months or 6 months. And if people do that, I don't believe it will I truly don't believe that that'll be something they'll be living off. I think it takes time, and you have to accept that, and that's why I have to accept having losing month. Like that's just how it's gonna be. Period. There's nothing to do about it. So if you have discipline outside of trading, I truly believe that it will help you with not moving your stop loss. For example, if you have a stop loss, you're not gonna move it and think, maybe if I extend the stop loss, we'll come back to break even. No, don't do that. Don't be too emotional. That's also, of course, a very hard thing to do, and I'll be covering that later. But I definitely, when I started being more disciplined outside of trading, I definitely became more disciplined inside of trading. Not because I'm fully disciplined, but I'm somewhat disciplined. Definitely, and that's really helped me with my trading stuff. Yeah, but these small things, it could also be, just make sure you follow your trading plan. How do you make sure you follow your trading plan? You're disciplined when you're trading, period. And how can we be disciplined in trading? We can try to be disciplined outside of trading. We have to follow our plan. We've got it on paper, only one trade a day, not more than 2 or 3% risk on each trade. I only trade these two pairs. I only use this strategy. I only enter if X, Y, Z occurs, period. Just follow it day in and day out, and I guarantee you will reach profitability. I'm pretty sure. I am very sure, and I believe that, even though I'm unprofitable. And that's exactly how I'm doing it, and that's exactly how I've heard other people doing that they did it, and how, that's what I've heard from many people, and I think it makes sense. It makes pretty good sense. So let's see if I have anything else on the list. I just wrote some notes. Strongest I've had myself is definitely been when I was undisciplined outside of trading. I wasn't disciplined inside of trading, and I was just slagging with it, and I was not serious. But when you get serious outside of your trading, you'll get more serious in trading. I believe that. So these routines with making my bed, you don't have to do these things, but they just help me, because then I knew that, all right, I made my bed in the morning. First thing I didn't want to do it. I did it anyway. Cool. I took a cold shower after my workout. It was not nice, but afterwards I felt great. It was pretty cool. I did it for 2 minutes. Tomorrow I'll try 3 minutes, but at least I did 2 minutes. I'm glad I did. I absolutely did not want to do that, but I did it anyway, and that's just so important, I believe. So these small things, when you build them up, I truly believe they'll just accumulate, and you'll just have this. I believe you have this psychologically edge. I can't even pronounce it. I just believe you have a greater edge if you're more disciplined outside of trading. So I would really recommend you guys to get your lives together. If you don't work out and you only do trading, maybe you can't afford going to the gym. I couldn't do that in the beginning either. So I just did push-ups, and I just shadow boxed it, and I just went for a run. I had some creased up shoes because I couldn't afford the running shoes then, and my mom and dad told me I should buy them myself because I already had shoes. No, I'm not saying I come from poverty. Absolutely not. I live in this beautiful place in Sweden with my parents, and they've raised me, and we're not low on money. That's not what I'm saying. But just be glad with what you have, and then try and get the best out of it. And then later on, I got in Christmas gift, I got this membership for a gym. At the moment, I was playing football here in Sweden in a kind of an academy, not high-level academy, just a normal academy connected to my school. So I started working out like football-wise, but then I really lost interest in that, and I thought it was terrible. So I just started working out normally, like training my body, not as for a footballer, but just as a bodybuilder because I wanted to get bigger. And that was like 4 years ago in 6th grade. I'm in 10th grade. And now I'm here, and now I'm thinking about, doing maybe 70% normal bodybuilding or 60% and then 40% fighting. And then maybe I'll give a 50-50 later. We'll see what happens. We'll see what direction God leads me in, but that's something we'll see at that point. You guys probably get updated because this time I'm not giving up on this content creation. I gotta get out there. I think that's kind of everything I have to say in this video. My main goal with this video was to like let you guys know that if you're disciplined outside of training, you're gonna get more disciplined inside of training. And I can tell you guys that even though I'm unprofitable, because I've been there myself. I noticed that when I was undisciplined outside of training, I didn't work out, I didn't do my push-ups, I didn't go for walks, I didn't eat healthy. I did these. I was just way too focused on women, which I still believe is a bad thing if you're trying to become better, except if it's the perfect woman, and you'll find out pretty quick if it's the perfect woman or not with their behavior. And as soon as you notice that they're not the woman for you, you should drop them, because if they're not the woman for you, they're just going to slow you down. So I truly noticed that when I was undisciplined with that kind of things, I was just more undisciplined in trading, because that I just believe the two of them hang together. And then as soon as I started doing my push-ups, and for weeks and weeks, I worked out 6 or 7 times a week, maybe sometimes 5. That's also the thing, because I haven't. I just sometimes I can't work out for six times a week because when I'm here, because there's 7 kilometers to the gym. So sometimes I just really haven't got the time to take my bike and go there, because my mom and dad can't drive me every time. And right now I live in Denmark, but there's a gym there, so therefore I can work out 6 times a week. But just stay active every single day. If you can't go to the gym, go for a walk, or go take your bike for a ride. So I truly believe that's important. And I think that's gonna be kind of everything for this video. The main purpose of this video was to let you guys know that if you're disciplined outside of training, I believe you'll be disciplined inside of training with all these things that you need to make sure you have in check if you want to become profitable. That was my understanding of it. You can join the Discord down below. I truly appreciate that. I appreciate if you guys like and subscribe too. I'll just print out some more videos maybe this week and the next week. Don't expect that I'm not gonna put out videos every single day now, because now I'm getting back to the school again, and I can't schedule them because all of them is already posted, and it takes a bit more time to make these videos than it does to create the videos on the charts, because maybe I have to do some editing and I have to import it from my phone to my PC and then post it. So it'll probably be like every other day, but it'll be slowed down a bit now. But I think we have like 10 videos left now. So and then after that, I'll find out of some other things. Also, please let me know if there's anything I missed, or if there's anything you guys want me to talk about, or if there's anything I've said wrong, because I am still unprofitable. I'm still learning. So just let me know down below in the comments, or you can DM me on social media. My socials is in my YouTube channel description too. That's gonna be everything for this video, guys. I can just check what the next video is. I don't remember. I think maybe it's over trading. I'm not sure, but then no, revenge trading. I'll just go over revenge trading and my struggles with it, and how what I did to prevent myself from revenge trading too much, and how you guys can do it too. So that's gonna be everything for this video, guys. I love and appreciate all of you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.